Hi, and welcome to your Cloud 101 training with ECS Imaging. We're going to start today's training by giving you an overview of what the dashboard is, locate your repository, find out how you can search your documents, and access resources within the cloud. So let's go ahead and get started. What you see here on the screen right now is your home dashboard with the cloud. So we'll start up here where it says Laserfiche, and you'll see it says Home, Documents, Tasks, Reports, Submit Forms. These are all little tabs that you can locate your documents, any forms that you've created with tasks, reports on anything within the system, and also where you can locate all of the forms to be able to approve or to fill out. Now we're going to come over here to some other icons on the right-hand side. So you'll see that my mouse is hovering over this eye. This will be your Laserfiche resources. So what you'll find here is you'll find some self-guided tours. So after viewing this recording, if you need to do a self-guided tour, you have that access right here. You also have learning tools, which will bring you to Laserfiche Inspire. If you want a CPP course, then you can always reach out to us and we'll support you with that. And then you have access to the community with Laserfiche, any of the recent releases. So if you're trying to find out what's new, what updates have taken place, this is where you can find that information out. And of course, it finishes out with documentation. And so we're doing an overview of the home screen right now, but this is also documented information that Laserfiche does provide for you. And it'll take you right to the Laserfiche encyclopedia is what I like to call it, or your help, which you'll see down here in the help center. Now next, after this icon, you'll notice this box right here. I like to call it a little Rubik's Cube, but it is a solved one for you because it will provide you all of the pieces that you need to have for your Laserfiche repository. So starting here, you'll see that everything that is tabbed on your home dashboard is also located right here. So home, documents, tasks, reports, submit forms. Now there's a couple of other definitions underneath your home, and that is your repository. So this is where you can find your documents. And then of course, if you have access to any of the administration tools within Laserfiche, and then of course, completing with your process automation. This is where you'll create any workflows if you need to do a business process forms, and this will route you right to where you need to be. Okay, so now that we've covered that top bar, we'll go ahead and kind of go over some of the other things you see on the screen. And so once we come below this bar, you'll see that it says Home. This is the view of a dashboard that you see right now, which is mainly focused on any type of tasks or collaborations when you have with your team. Being able to have stored documents, recent documents, searching your repository right here on the right-hand side, also your forms, and that help center that I referenced earlier. This is where you can locate videos, answers with the Laserfiche community, and then of course that help encyclopedia. So this is that main view of when you enter into the cloud that'll reference everything you need to be able to access to complete any tasks that you want to do for the day. The other possibilities here is you have an operational dashboard and a surveys dashboard. So we'll go ahead and we're going to click on these dashboards so you can see that view, starting first with the operational dashboard. So what's nice about the operational dashboard is that once you start creating forms and creating workflows and getting your team's involvement in approvals, this is where you can check the progress of your team. So you'll see here we've got some in progress, some completed, skipped, interrupted, and you'll see all of the information on the specific, for example, here, public records request. So you'll see here we've got some overdue. That's our team. We got to work on that. And then we have some on time here as well. And then we have an average duration. Any of the information that's on this dashboard, you can of course click on this little dot ellipses and you can download. That's just one dashboard that you can see aside from the home. The last is going to be surveys. If you haven't used Laserfiche Cloud yet, this is a really great feature to really jump into and start using. And so what this is this is a way that you can reach out to your organization or anybody outside of your organization. Say you want to get feedback or you want to find a way to improve something. You can create these surveys on the fly and you can get real-time statistics of what these surveys have. So on this dashboard, that's where you can find that information. So for example, we're using the Aspire Learning CPP Award of 2021. And you'll see that we have some information of who filled it out. So starting with the first name, last name. So you'll see any of the questions you ask, you can pull real data from those questions. And so they give you a couple of options. You can do that as a pie chart, as a line graph, a bar graph, and you can even download the content that you need into a table. So yet another way to really quickly access some information, especially when you're looking to kind of elevate how you're using your records management system. Went ahead and I clicked back home, so we'll see our home dashboard. Now we're going to click on Documents. So here you can customize the view that you see here. So for example, we have start documents, accounts payable, personnel files, and ordinances. So these are folders that we work pretty frequently with. If you want to change these folders, all you have to do is click on these ellipses. You go into your main root folder, and then you click on the folder of choice that you want to view. So I'm going to click here, the accounting, and go ahead and click apply. And there you go. It changes the view of what you have located right here. Yet another way to quickly get to folders without having to go through the folder tree over and over again once you get into the repository. Okay, so now that we were able to discuss what the documents are, let's go ahead and hit on that task icon. Here is where you'll be able to see your tasks and any of the drafts that you have, unassigned tasks or completed tasks. So you'll see here I've got quite a few completed tasks and also some suspended. So this is quite a few tasks that I've been able to complete. So if you really want to track that, then this is something that you can go ahead and track in. And then of course we have the team tasks. So if you have a team that you're working with, you're assigning tasks to them, then of course you can see what they've completed throughout the week. And then this is your reports tab. This is where you can create custom reports within the Laserfiche repository. So if you wanted to do, for example, a forms report, you can view the report here, performance, work in progress, task loads, irregularities, and you can even come over here to your repository. These are your process reports. This is where you can locate your repository reports. So if you're looking to do auditing to see who is adding any pages or deleting, you can of course get these too. Or you can come down here and see who's doing redactions or who has been putting duplicate documents into your repository. So this is just an area where you can really track what's happening within your system. And then we'll finish out here with your submit forms. So if there are a lot of forms that you've created within the repository, then this is of course where you can access all of those forms. You can search them. You can also change the view. So you see on the right-hand side where my mouse is, this one right here, of course, is the grid view, and then you can do a list view. The list view does take away the pictures, so if you are visual, this is a really good one to maintain and to be able to view all of the forms that you've created within Laserfiche. And then finally, you've got a couple of icons here left. We've got your notifications bell for any of the forms or any of the processes that you need to complete. And then of course you can look at your account, provide feedback, and sign out right here.